Back here for the second inning, bottom of the second inning for the Knights. We just got a visit from former Gothic Knight baseball player Michael Myers, now a police officer here in Jersey City. Leading off for the Knights, the right fielder, number 32, Matt Wagner. Wagner swinging at the first pitch and fouls that away. We've made some adjustments to the audio, so hopefully it's a little better, folks. Fouled off to our right, so it's 0-2 to Wagner. The rookie out of Colonia, one of the few true freshmen on this year's team, batting .278 coming in. Check swing. Did not go around. Home plate, the field umpire, Milton Wadler, called me to try to get directions coming from Lower Manhattan, so assuming he works in downtown New York. This is a good day to be an umpire, though. Nice weather, light breeze, it's warm. That is a ball, so it's 3-2. In the air to left field, that is a base hit for Matt Wagner. For Wagner, that is his 6th hit of the year in 19 at-bats. And for the second straight inning, NJCU has the leadoff runner on, and that will bring up the catcher, number 41, Mike Cassiano. Cassiano, tremendous behind the plate. Best defensive catcher the Knights have. Offensively, it's been a struggle so far. Didn't play much as a freshman, and early on in his sophomore year, thrust into the starting lineup, he's hitting just .133, 2 for 15 on the year. One of those 2 hits with a double, he drops down to a bunt, and it goes foul into the NJCU dugout. Throw back to first. Wagner's in safely. Off the end of the bat, McKenna charges. They throw to second base. No, he will not make the play as Wagner got there in time to make it too close to call there, so they throw to first and go for the sure out. Cassiano retired, but Wagner moves into scoring position. So now 2 for 16 on the year is Cassiano, although it is a productive out. Third baseman, number 19, Brian Bastillo. Bastillo hitting .231. Grounder towards third, and mishandled by the third baseman, Monjori. Wagner is safe at third, and Brian Bastillo reaches on the error. With one away now, the center fielder, number 28, Michael Patterson. Home plate umpire John Riley calling time here. Pitch is outside. Nelson Maldonado, who started on Tuesday and got the no decision, helping us out on camera today. And there goes Basile. It's fouled away. Basile falls between a base pass, but it won't matter. He's able to get back in time. Is out into the crowd. And it's 1-1. NJCU leading 2-1. They've out-hit the Bears 4-1. Stepping off is Pagano. Softball losing 2-1 in the bottom of the fourth inning. Baruch is just 2-6 on the year. The Knights are 4-6. They've lost 5 in a row in softball. Off the end of the bat, floater into center field. It may fall, making a basket catch is the second baseman, Catrone. Bastille has to hustle to get back to first. It's a good play there. Wagner is forced to stay at third. It wasn't deep enough for him to try to tag up. Left fielder number 1, Andrew Rivera. Rivera, who doubled and later came around and scored in the first inning at the plate, now hitting .341, runners on the corners, and he looks at a fastball for strike 1. Where is his father today? His father, Roberto, is all over the complex. Sometimes he's in center field. Sometimes he sits up by the soccer press box in the right field foul line. Today he's MIA, but his chair is here, so he's here somewhere, and that is going to be a base hit for Andrew Rivera as Wagner scores from third. An RBI single by the Celtic Knight Jr., and NJCU leads 3-1. It was off the end of the bat, and he plunked it into left field. That is an unearned run, as the inning should have come to a close. First unearned run allowed this year, according to the stats I have for St. Joe's. Further starting pitcher Pagano. Shortstop, number 10, Michael Martucci. First pitch to Martucci with a ball. Obviously, as a team, they've had unearned runs, but as the first for the starting pitcher, as off the plate. 2 balls and no strikes. Runners at first and second, 2 gone. Here in the bottom of the second inning, we're live in Jersey City. You're watching NJCU baseball here on the Green and Gold Network. Game 12. Game 11, I should say, as I cannot count. NJCU is 5-5. As way outside, 3-0. And Baruch has taken a 4-1 lead over the Knights in that softball game. They're in the first of 2 on the other side of the complex. Strike at the knees, 3-1. That would be a tough loss for the Knights if they can't rally there against a Baruch team coming in with an astronomical ERA. Fouled off, and it's 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. 2 away here in the second. Martucci against Pagano. Ground ball through the left side. And did Bastille jump out of the way in time? It appears as if he did. Diving into second base. I should say third base is Andrew Rivera. Bastille scores. And Martucci with the RBI single goes to second on the throw. And there's going to be a conversation here between Loesch and their starting pitcher. We had to hesitate a moment and make sure that Bastille was not hit with that batted ball, or he would have been out and the inning would have been over. And it appeared as if he hopped out of the way in time. And there was no deflection on the ball either, so there won't be an argument. Either way, it's an RBI single by Mike Martucci, and NJCU has taken a 4-1 lead. And both runs unearned. The first baseman, number 24, Alex Weinstein. Weinstein was hit by a pitch in the first inning, still hitting .313 on the year. RBI opportunity for the Gothic Knight first-year player. And it's a base hit into center field. Scoring from third is Rivera. And scoring all the way from second base is Martucci. A 2-run single for Alex Weinstein, and the Gothic Knights have taken a 6-1 lead. Designated hitter number 11, Rob Roman. As we announced, Roman throw goes to first, and Weinstein dives back in safely. Weinstein, with the 2 RBIs there, has 9 in the year, and he's tied Roman. Actually, he's one behind Roman, who had an RBI single in the first inning. Weinstein goes, and he will steal sliding feet first. And the Gothic Knights playing small ball. Weinstein with his 4th steal of the year in 5 tries. They tried to hold on first, and that was unsuccessful. Weinstein, for a man his size, at 6'2", 220 pounds. That pitch is in the dirt. Weinstein moves to third on the wild pitch. So 4 hits and 1 error in this inning. NJCU with 7 hits today. They lead 6-1, and we're only in the second inning. Fastball in the corner. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Weinstein now with 9 RBIs. Roman has 10. That's fouled off. And remains 1-2. Martucci has 9 on the year himself. Just high with the curve. So the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Knights in the lineup on the year now, as that is ball 3, have a combined 44 RBIs overall. 3-2 pitch, fouled off. Roman staying alive. Trying to punch in another run, with Weinstein having singled, stolen second, and advanced on a wild pitch. We'll do it again. The 3-2 to Rob Roman. That is high. Ball 4. Roman walks with 2 away, and that brings up the second baseman, number 15, Pete Senizin. Senizin rounded into an inning-ending double play, 4-6-3 in the first. Average is now at 222. Coach has talked about he is a good hitter. He's had limited at bats. And need to get his bat going. Him, Cruz, Juan Cruz, and Stefan Segan all battling for playing time, either at second or third this year. As long as Bastille continues to defensively play third base well like he is, he's likely going to stay in the lineup, even though he's not hitting very well right now. Fouled off to our right, and onto the NJCU soccer practice field. Once home to today's scoreboard operator, Margie Alfano, who is now retired from competitive action. Roman at first. Pagano looking at him. Hit in the air, right field, and Mendez is there to make the catch to finally end the inning. But not before NJCU does some serious damage in the second inning. 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. And after 2 innings, it's 6-1 NJCU. Leading off for St. Joe's here in the 3rd inning, 3rd baseman number 41, Rob Monjori. Monjori, the number 8 hitter in the lineup. Hitting .170 in the year, 8 hits and 47 at-bats. He has a 2-0 count. Pitch. That's a called strike inside, 2-1. Hit in the air, left center field. That's going to probably fall for an extra base hit. Karen's up against the wall in 4 hops. Monjori standing at second base with a leadoff double. Puts that into the gap where Patterson and Rivera, despite great speed, could not get there. And with nobody out, that brings up the designated hitter, number 3, Joseph Baccia. Baccia, who's from the state of New Jersey, out of Westwood, New Jersey. He's a senior, 5'7". Ground ball to Martucci on a high hop. Gathers, throws to first for the first out. Monjori's forced to stay put. And brings us to the top of the order. The shortstop, number 2, Thomas McKenna. McKenna, 6-foot freshman out of Belrose, New York. First pitch to McKenna is a ball. This is one of those games now with NJCU leading 6-1. As long as Carrasco can continue to pitch well, you hope that he can go the distance today. Save that bullpen for this weekend, assuming the Gotham Knights can get these games in. It's 1-1. Thing of note so far for Carrasco is after walking 5 in 2 innings, less than 2 innings, quite frankly, on Tuesday of last week, today, no walks yet. A bunt. Senderson is charging. Senderson flips. And it's going to be a throwing error. That will bring home Monjori with the run. As one of those balls that Senderson had to rush, he threw it away. And it's going to be a throwing error. And with one away and now it being 6-2, as that's fouled away by Catrone, we announce the second baseman, number 13, Chris Catrone. Catrone grounded out to second base. Left-handed hitter. 5'11" from Levittown, New York. He's a freshman. Heavy rookie presence on this St. Joseph's club. That's high. A good throw by Senderson there would have had him by a few strides. Throw to first. Ooh, Weinstein had to reach back and grab that one. The throw by Carrasco was wide of the bag. Ground ball. Bastia charges. Martucci there for one. Flipping to Senderson. The throw to first, not in time to turn two. It wasn't hit nearly hard enough. But NJCU does get the second out. So a fielder's choice. And McKenna's retired 6-4. That run is officially unearned as the inning should have come to a close. But that will bring up the center fielder, number 25, Kevin Diaz. Castellano doing a good job blocking that ball in the dirt. There's nobody manning the... Oh, there's Nelson is there. For a second we thought we had nobody on camera. In the dirt again, Castellano keeps the ball in front of him. And it's 2-0. That's high. Curveball in the outside corner. 3 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Carrasco already has 2 strikeouts in this game. There goes Catrone. Chopper to the mound. Carrasco fields it well coming off the mound. Floated to first. Perfectly thrown in time to retire the side. But the Bears score once to make it a 6-2 game. 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on base. The run was unearned, and after 2.5 innings, it's 6-2 NJCU. Bottom of the 3rd inning, and leading off for the Knights, the right fielder, number 32, Matt Wagner. Wagner singled and later scored. He was the leadoff batter in the 2nd inning. In the air, left center field, coming in quickly but not in time, is Diaz. Wagner around first, on his way to second. The throw will not be made. And sliding in safely with a leadoff double is Matt Wagner. Gothic Knight rookie with the extra base hit to lead us off, his second career double. The catcher, number 41, Mike Cassiano. Cassiano grounded out to short. Average now down to 125. Good news for him. In a short season, you can bring that average up very quickly with some base hits. Wagner at second. Liner at the first baseman. The throw to second for the double play as Ellis throws over to McKenna. And Cassiano on the first pitch lines into a double play. So an L3-6 if you're scoring at home. Wagner out. And that'll bring up Ryan Bastillo. Bastillo swinging at the first pitch and grounds one through the left side of the infield for a base hit. He scored after reaching on error in the second. Now 1 for 2 in today's game. So NJCU really loving the swing at the first pitch, but they're seeing pitches they can hit. Center fielder number 28, Michael Patterson. Patterson, a transfer to NJCU from Montclair State. He's 1 for 2. A single and a run scored in the first inning. Fastball. It's called strike. The throw to second base would have been in time, but it was not held by the second baseman, Catrone, and Brian Bastillo with the stolen base. Looked like the throw was there in enough time to beat him. First stolen base of the year for Brian Bastillo. That's off the plate. In the dirt, Bastillo's taken off, and he'll have third standing. Second wild pitch of this game by Pagano. And once again, NJCU with a runner at third with 2 outs, and we'll see if they can take advantage. Fastball outside corner. Nice pitch there on the 50th made of the game by Pagano. 32 which have been for strikes. 6-2, Gothic Knights lead here in the bottom of the third inning. Fouled off to our right. And JCU starting to make a little bit of a dent. 1 run in the softball game. They've committed, oy vey, 6 errors. And they're trailing 4-2. Off the end of the bat, shallow right center field, backing up, and making the catch is Catrone to end the inning. He had to go a long way for that one. Read it well up the bat. And the inning comes to a close, and the Knights do not score despite threatening here in the third. But the third inning in a row, they had the leadoff runner on, but a line-out double play erased the leadoff runner, and NJCU with 2 hits and 1 left. We head to the 4th inning, 6-2 NJCU. In the top of the 4th inning for St. Joe's, they'll have their 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. Mendez, Ellis, and Rossi. Mendez doubled and scored the first run. That came in the 2nd inning. He came around on the old-fashioned balk play.
Right fielder, number 33, Joe Mendez. Carrasco's allowed just 2 hits. 1 run coming in on a balk, as we said, the other on an error. Ground ball to third. Bastillo reads it well. Throw to first. Perfect. 1 away. So with 1 out, that will bring up first baseman, number 16, Steve Ellis. Cassiano plays very good defense, but now his average is getting close to that 100 threshold after that double play the last inning. First pitch to Ellis, as they call it, strike. Meanwhile, Carrasco enters today's game with a 13.50 ERA, much of that attributed to the fact that he only lasted an inning and 2/3 in Florida. That was a ball, 1-1. A good performance here today can really take a bite out of that ERA. Everyone else is at 5 or less. Swing and a miss. Kevin DeMoro has thrown 5 innings. He's allowed 3 runs. None are earned. He has a 0.00 ERA. As NJCU, as we said, have committed quite a bit of errors that led to runs. Swing and a miss. And Cassiano holds on and negates the need to throw to first. Strikeout number 3 for Carrasco, who had just 2 strikeouts and 7 walks coming into play in 2.2 innings of work. And we'll announce Rossi, the left fielder, in a moment, unless he swings at the first pitch. And he won't, because that's ball 1. Left fielder, number 8, Vinny Rossi. Swing and a miss. Foul tip. And it's 1-1. So now with 3 strikeouts, it's 5-7, the ratio in a year of strikeouts to walks. Still not in positive territory, but Carrasco's starting to make some ground. That's inside. 2-1. He's a pitcher NJCU is going to need to get some innings out of this year. With their number 2 pitcher, Delio Catino, likely out for the season with an arm injury. Suffered in the Framingham game. That's in the air. Left field. Rivera underneath of it. And he makes a catch. And the inning comes to an end. As the Bears are retired 1-2-3. A ground out, a strikeout, and a fly out. We head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 6-2 NJCU in Jersey City. Matt Soleno, assistant coach for the Knights, trots down to the first base box. And as we begin the 4th inning, the left fielder, number 1, Andrew Rivera, leads off for the Knights today. He's 2 for 2. Average now up to 357. He scored twice. He's got a double and an RBI. Rivera ground ball to second base on the 1-0 count. Catrone makes the throw to retire Rivera. First time he's been retired today. I'll bring up the shortstop, number 10, Michael Martucci. Martucci's got 2 RBIs today. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored. And NJCU for the first time today does not have the leadoff runner on. Ball to Martucci as with a 0-1 count. They check at first, and Martucci did not go around. Pagano has allowed 9 hits. Carrasco, pitching for NJCU, has allowed just 2. Hit in the air, right field. Mendez lost his hat, but he has the ball for the second out. And with 2 away, that will bring up the first baseman, number 24, Alex Weinstein. Weinstein is 1 for 1 today. He's been on base twice, got hit by a pitch, and then he singled to bring in 2 in the second inning. Ira Thor with you here on the Green and Gold Network. NJCU taking on St. Joseph's College of Brooklyn. The first of 4 straight games against a team named St. Joseph's. St. Joseph, Maine, defending GNAC champions, coming in for a 3-game weekend series. All 3 will be 9-inning games. It's called strike, and it's 0-2. In the air, center field, backing up a few strides, and making the catch is Diaz, the center fielder. And the 4th inning comes to an end. And for the first time today, NJCU goes down in order. No runs, no hits, nobody left on. We head to the 5th inning. It's 6-2, NJCU. Mike Kandari, the catcher, leads off here in the top of the 5th inning, batting .271 now on the season. Kandari is 0 for 1 today. He grounded out to short in the second inning. Takes a called ball from Carrasco, who's thrown 57 pitches. He's been effective so far. Seeking his first win of the season. This is his 3rd appearance and his 2nd start. And it's 3-0. Carrasco has not walked a batter yet today. And that's ball 4. So first walk issued by Carrasco, his 8th of the year. And with nobody out, that will bring up 3rd baseman, number 41, Rob Monjori. Monjori doubled and later scored an unearned run in the 3rd inning. Wild pitch, and it will allow Kandari to just stroll down the second base. He didn't have to run much as Cassiano After 5 straight balls, have to have a conversation with Carrasco. Telling his junior right-hander to settle down here. One ball and one strike to Monjori with Kandari at second base. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. In the dirt, again blocked by Cassiano. This one goes all the way into the first base side dugout. Cassiano had absolutely no clue where that ball was, and Weinstein and Carrasco had to come over and try to scoop that one up. Another wild pitch, and another advance. Nobody out. And St. Joe's, with just 2 hits in this game, is threatening to cut this in half. It's a 6-2 game right now. 2-2 pitch. That's ball 3, and the count is full. Inside, ball 4, back-to-back walks, as Carrasco has thrown 8 balls in his last 10 pitches, and with nobody out, you're going to see a visit from pitching coach Nick Cesar. And there he is, number 23, the former all-conference pitcher and national champion at Kean University. First time the Knights have had a true pitching coach in a long time. And he's going to try to settle Carrasco down here, who really was throwing well through the first 4 innings, but here in the 5th, starting to hit a wall just a bit. With now just 2 top pitchers that are healthy in the lineup, in Maldonado and Wendell Rodriguez, you're expecting that the rest of the year for the other games, with Contino now out for the year most likely, it'll be Carrasco, Markle, Bolano, maybe DeMoro and Mitchell, and Pedro Garcia, all seeing time to try to get 18 outs, or go through 18 innings in those other games in a week, for when NJCU plays a game on Thursday, Friday, and 2 on Saturday in conference play. I'm going to announce the designated hitter Baccia in a moment. He takes a called ball. That's inside as well. The designated hitter, number 3, Joseph Baccia. That's a called strike. Carrasco found his old friend the plate, and it's 2-1. Two-one pitch. Hit in the air to center field. It's going to fall in front of Patterson for a base hit. Kandari scores. Monjori goes to second base. 3rd hit of the game. And it's a 3-run game now. 6-3. As St. Joe's begins to draw a little closer. And there's still nobody out. RBI single by the native of New Jersey, Baccia, and that brings up shortstop Thomas McKenna. Number 2, McKenna. That's hit in the air. Shallow left. Martucci on the edge of the outfield grass makes the catch. Swinging at the first pitch and popping it up. Now one away for the second baseman, Catrone. Second baseman, number 13, Chris Catrone. Catrone hitting .259 now, 0 for 2 overall in today's contest. Carrasco steps off, and Catrone asks for time. In the dirt, leaping out of the way was Catrone, everyone advancing on the wild pitch. Third wild pitch of the inning. And a single can make this a one-run game. Carrasco is being given an opportunity to show he deserves a starting role, and not doing well right now with Prosperity. And it's 1-1 now. One ball, one strike. Runners at second and third. That's inside. 2 balls and a strike. Fouled off into the bay. If you dredged Newark Bay over here by the side of the complex, I wonder how many baseballs have found their grave over there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's high. It's 3-2. Think about the number of games played over here over the years, and there have to be hundreds of baseballs somewhere in the water over there. Unless, of course, they've disintegrated. A 3-2 pitch. Hit in the air, left field. Rivera didn't see it initially. Then he comes over and makes the catch. It's going to be a sacrifice fly as the throw comes into the cutoff man, Martucci. 2 runs in this inning for St. Joe's. It's a 6-4 ball game, now 2 away. Sacrifice fly by Catrone. Baccia stays put at second base on that flyout. So with 2 away, center fielder, number 25, Kevin Diaz. That's a called strike. But right now, 43 strikes, 35 balls by Carrasco. Ground ball right back to Carrasco. Spin move, stays on his feet, flips it underhanded to Martucci. What a great play by Alvin Carrasco. Now we'll have to hope we have that on video, because you're talking about a highlight of the week right there. Carrasco had that ball hit right at his face and was able to snag it and stay with it, and had the wherewithal to make sure he had it in his glove before flipping it to first to end the inning. So the flip by Carrasco over to Alex Weinstein ends the inning. I misspoke there, but St. Joe's did not misspeak with their bats. 2 runs on 1 hit. They took advantage of 2 Gothic Knight walks. They left 1, and it's a 6-4 game. We head to the bottom of the 5th.
Fifth inning here, Rob Roman the lead off, batting .333. Roman 1 for 1 in today's game with a walk and a single, driving in 1 run. That's a ball, it's 2-0.
I don't know what you just said. Can you text it to me? And I'll show him. He said text it to him. All right.
It's called strike 2 and 1.
Wait, what was that?
2 balls and a strike to Roman. Pagano out there for his 5th inning of work. Roman not happy with that called strike by home plate umpire John Riley. It's 2-2. 6 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Knights. 4 runs, just 3 hits, and 1 error for St. Joseph's as we bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning at the Garrity Complex in Jersey City, where Rob Roman floats it to right field. Mendez has to come a long way, and it's going to drop in front of him for a base hit. Rob Roman's 2nd single of the game, and NJCU with the leadoff runner on for the 4th time in 5 innings today. Roman putting it where Mendez could not get it. Second baseman, number 15, Pete centers in. Centers in is 0 for 2, average now down to 200 on the year. Grounded into a double play. Flew out to right field in the 2nd inning. Line drive, base hit to the left side of the infield. Roman stops at second as it's fielded cleanly by Rossi in left field. But that's the first hit of the game for Centerson. Picks up his 3rd hit of the year in 11 at-bats. And with nobody out, before Matt Wagner has a chance to bat, we're going to have another visit the mound by head coach Scott Loesch. And the entire infield comes in for a conversation. Right fielder, number 32, Matt Wagner. Drops down a bunt. It's going to go foul. Wagner in today's game, 2 for 2, a single, a double, and a run scored. So after the bunt attempt by Wagner, Centers in at first, Roman at second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Knights scored 6 runs in the first 2 innings. St. Joseph's drawn a little closer. Another bunt attempt by Wagner and same result. And all I can do is smile. Something that you're sure they work on in practice, but when it comes to execution in the game, maybe not as easy as it seems. Although I'm very good at bunting and wiffle ball. Pisses everybody off. Ground ball over to McKenna. Throws to second for 1. Won't be in time for a double play. Wagner running well out of the box. Roman goes on to third with 1 out. So it's 6-4 fielder's choice. And with 1 away, runners on the corners for Mike Cassiano, who's had a rough day. Grounded to short and lined into a double play, 3-6. Catcher, number 41, Mike Cassiano. Hitting just .118 now on the year.
Pagano's been the better of the two pitchers, although he's given up 11 hits today. He's allowed just 2 earned runs. 69 pitches, 47 strikes. That's hit in the air, down the left field line, and foul. Best part of this press box that we sit in at the Garrity Complex is there is a solid wood support beam, and if you're sitting on the right side of the box, you cannot see down the left field line. But that was foul, trust me. Popped in the air, shallow center, giving chase. It might fall in, and it will for a base hit. Catrone couldn't get there in time. That will bring home Rob Roman for the 7th run. It's an RBI bloop single by Mike Cassiano, but when you're hitting 118, you'll take any hit you can get. And the Knights lead 7-4. Wagner moves over to second base. Third baseman, number 19, Brian Bastillo. Bastillo today, 1 for 2, single and a run scored. He also reached on an error. Average now up to 267. Ground ball right back to the pitcher. Pagano throws the second for 1. McKenna to first, not in time. And Wagner with 2 outs now, standing at third base. Center fielder number 28, Michael Patterson. Patterson hitting .350. He is 1 for 3 today. Had a single and a run score, but then he popped out to second twice. Leadoff hitter for the Knights. And you wonder if NJCU is going to do a delayed double steal here. They've done it quite a bit in this situation. No. Popped up, middle of the diamond, and the shortstop McKenna calls off the second baseman Catrone. And another pop-up for Patterson, swinging at the first pitch, and the Knights strand 2 runners on base. So in the 5th inning for NJCU, 1 run on 3 hits. They strand 2. They left 6 in this game. And we head to the 6th inning with NJCU leading 7-4. Fifth inning for the Knights. 1 run, 3 hits, 2 left. 7-4 NJCU. Now pitching for the Knights. Sophomore, number 5, Zach Markle. Markle, who was the losing pitcher in a tough loss on Tuesday in relief, now pitching for the Gothic Knights. Carrasco leaves this game after 5 innings in the lead with the chance to win the game. And Markle, who came in, he threw a perfect 8th inning before allowing 2 runs on 3 hits in the 9th against Newman. Markle 1-1 in the year with a 2.45 ERA. Now 4 appearances in 7.1 innings of work. Struck out 3, he's walked just 1. He's allowed 2 earned runs and 5 hits. And opponents are hitting just 192 against, so Markle has been effective. In the Leslie game that Carrasco was pulled after 1 2/3, Markle came in and went most of the rest of the way for the win before Mitchell finished that game up. Leading off for the Bears, the right fielder, number 33, Joe Mendez. Mendez, the batter here. He's 1 for 2 today. Left-hander, Markle throws a strike for the first pitch. That's inside. 1-1. With the injury to Delio Coutinho, that leaves NJCU with two primary left-handed pitchers in Markle and Pedro Garcia. Ground ball, 2 hops. Martucci gathers, throws to first in time. 1 away. That will bring up first baseman number 16, Stephen Ellis. Now playing second base, number 21, Juan Cruz. So Juan Cruz came in. Nobody let us know, and I got to make a change here for the Knights defensively. And first pitch to Ellis is a ball. Cruz jumps and cannot make the catch as it sails just over his glove at second base, and inserted in the game, he's already challenged. Base hit to right field for Ellis. His first hit in 3 plate appearances. And that will bring up the left fielder Rossi, who is 0 for 2. Left fielder number 8, Vinny Rossi. Senazin went 1 for 3 in his first start at second base, and the pitch is inside to Rossi with 1 out. Final line for Carrasco, 5 innings of work. He allowed 4 runs, 3 were earned, 3 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks through 79 pitches, 9 ground ball outs, and 3 flyouts, and he walked in 1 run. Balked in 1 run, I should say. Two-ball count here to Rossi. As high. Oh, they called a strike. Delayed strike again by John Riley. Makes it a lot more fun to call these games. Hit here down the right field line. It's a foul ball unless it's blown back in. It is not. Weinstein unable to get there before it hits the turf. Long strike 2. Two-two pitch coming by Zach Markle. Ground ball to second. Martucci to 1. Flip to Cruz. On the first is in time for the double play. Cruz turns that so nicely, and that's why he's really showing that he can be an effective second baseman, even though initially he was slated to be either a first or third baseman for the Knights. But listed on the roster as a utility player, Cruz really turns that double play nicely. The inning comes to an end on the 6-4-3 GDP. Ellis retired at second base. 6th inning for St. Joe's. 1 hit, and nobody left on. We head to the bottom of the 6th, 7-4. Gothic Knights in charge. Bottom of the sixth inning in Jersey City. Ira Thor with you on the Green and Gold Network. Nelson Maldonado handling the camera for us, and we thank him for that on his off day. Probably makes it a little easier for your pitcher to get through these off days where you really don't have much to do. Leading off for the Knights. Here in the bottom of the sixth inning, the left fielder, number 1, Andrew Rivera. Rivera is 2 for 3, average at 349. Fouls off the first pitch down the first baseline. A double, a single, 2 runs scored, 1 RBI for the Gothic Knight Jr., co-captain, the criminal justice major out of Edison, New Jersey. Inside, chin high, 1-1. Game of about an hour and 33 minutes so far, moving along at a nice pace. That is called strike, 1-2. I have a 9:15 volleyball match in the league I play in tonight, so this should give me enough time to write a game story, stretch, swing and a miss, and Rivera goes down on strikes. And when you're my age, you need probably about 4 hours to stretch, so I'll be just fine. Shortstop, number 10, Michael Martucci. Martucci now 391 on the year, is number 3 hitter for the Knights. He's got 2 RBIs today. He's 1 for 3, single run scored. Also knocked one in on a ground ball to shortstop. As this popped up to shortstop, McKenna backpedaling a little bit as it's blown, and he has to snag it in the basket of the glove. And with now 2 away, that will bring up the first baseman, number 24, Alex Weinstein. That's called strike. Say hello to Keith Patterson, Mike's uncle, watching today's game in Charlotte, North Carolina. And it's 1-1 to Weinstein. Fouled off, and it's 1-2. Give Keith an update. Mike today is 1 for 4. He singled and scored. NJCU 7 runs, 12 hits, 1 error. St. Joe's 4 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. NJCU scored twice in the first, 4 times in the second. St. Joe's, that's a called strike 3, and Weinstein goes down looking. He can't believe it. And the inning comes to a close. Now, Weinstein not happy with that one. He glared momentarily at home plate umpire John Riley, but he goes down for just the second time, and NJCU retired in order here in the 6th inning. Just the second time today the Knights have gone down 1-2-3. 6th inning for the Knights, no runs, no hits, and nobody left. We head to the 7th inning, 7-4. Good guys. Leading off, the catcher, number 15, Mike Kandari. Kandari leading off here in the top of the 7th inning for the Bears, and he's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored, and he fouls the first pitch off to our right. Weinstein watches it sail into the soccer field. Zach Markle, who allowed just one single but faced the minimum number of batters in the 6th inning, back out there. And it's 1-1 now as that pitch is low. In the air. Right center, backing up, left center I should say, backing up is Rivera, and about 15 feet from the wall is able to make the catch as he read that well off the bat, and really didn't have to go that far as he had that played nicely in terms of the depth that he was playing in left field. Sure, that was called from the bench. And that will bring up third baseman, number 41, Rob Monjori. Monjori swings at the first pitch and lines it for a single to right field. Wagner throws into Juan Cruz, cutoff man at second base. And with one away, Bears have a runner at first base. That brings up the designated hitter, number 3, Joseph Baccia. Baccia batting .364. 1 for 2 today with a single and an RBI. Had to there, center field. Patterson comes in, held the plate on a hop. Back-to-back singles for the Bears here in the top of the 7th inning, and they're trying to put together a mini rally. They bring the tying run to the plate in McKenna. So Monjori at second, Bacci at first. That brings up shortstop number 2, Thomas McKenna. McKenna in today's game is 0 for 3. He reached on an error, and he's also grounded out to second and popped out to short. Zach Markle in relief of Alvin Carrasco, who was adventurous out there, but only allowed 3 hits. That was high, got away from Cassiano, blocked by the screen. NJCU, if we ever remove this screen, you wonder how that would change the outcome of games here. As there'd be a lot more room in foul territory. Of course, if you ever move the screen, you have to also push the press box back. Not sure if that will ever happen, but if it did, it would put more pressure on the catchers, that's for sure. Two balls and no strikes. 12 hits for NJCU, just 6 for the Bears, but they have 2 here in the 7th, trailing by 3. Pitch to McKenna. On the ground, Martucci flips to Cruz for 1. On to first. Another double play. No, he's safe. Oh, it looked like he had him by quite a distance there. Weinstein not happy with that. Monjori goes to third. I thought he was out. Brings up second baseman number 13, Chris Catrone. That's a called strike. Looked Juan Cruz's throw to Weinstein was in plenty of time, but Milton Wadler, the field umpire, disagreed. That's another called strike. Another, looks like a slider from Zach Markle. It's always fun to try to identify the pitches. Fastballs are easy. Other pitches, you have to really study them. If you don't know what a pitcher's repertoire is. I was in the dirt, 1 and 2. Wendell Rodriguez, for example, has 6 different pitches that he throws, and try to figure out the difference between a 2-seamer and a 4-seamer and a 0-seamer. Not the easiest thing in the world to do. Called strike 3, looking on the outside corner, and Catrone goes down. Catrone, the first strikeout victim here for Markle, and in the 7th inning for the Bears, they strand 2. They have 2 hits, but they fail to score. 7th inning stretch in Jersey City. Stand up as the Gothic Knights lead 7-4. On the 7th inning for the Knights, and it'll be the designated hitter, Rob Roman, to be followed by Juan Cruz and Matt Wagner. The designated hitter, number 11, Rob Roman. As we announce Roman to the crowd, Roman hitting .353. He's 2 for 2 today with a walk, run scored, an RBI, and 2 singles. In the softball team's loss, Rebecca Satz did extend her hitting streak to 11 games. One ball and 2 strikes to Roman. Curveball off the plate, 2-2. That's going to be a base hit to the right side for Rob Roman, his 3rd hit of the day. After a 2-hit, 3 RBI effort against Newman coming on Tuesday, he's now got 5 hits in his last 7 plate appearances. Second baseman, number 21, Juan Cruz. Juan Cruz hitting .217. First pitch towards the left side. McKenna can't handle it, and everyone is safe. That is an error on McKenna. And that will bring up Wagner, who's having a good day. 2 for 3 with a run scored. Right fielder, number 32, Matt Wagner. Wagner trying to put a little distance between the Knights and the Bears. NJCU having a 3-run lead here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 7-4. And that's a ball. Everyone's going to go, but the throw to third is not in time on the pass ball. In and out of the glove of the catcher, Kandari. One ball and no strikes. 2 runners now in scoring position. That's high. That's a ball. .30 count to Wagner. Called strike. Ground ball gets by the third baseman Mangiori. Scoring is Roman. Cruz will follow him around third. It's a 2-run double for Matt Wagner as that ball was retrieved in the corner by Rossi. Wagner with his second double of the game, his third of the season. He now has 3 RBIs and the Knights' lead has swelled to 9-4. Swinging at the 3-1 pitch, I should say, that was inside, and he beat the third baseman inside the bag. Now, Cruz's run is unearned. Roman's is earned. And that will bring up a pinch hitter for Mike Cassiano. Pinch hitting for Mike Cassiano is number 14, Angel Marte. So 14 pinch hits for 41. Marte hitting 167 on the year, but he had a big hit, his first hit as a Gothic Knight in that rally against Newman, as he swings and misses at the first one here. He brought in 2 runs. He later came around and scored himself. His 2-run single made it an 8-6 game. He's got a lot of power. See what he can do here. And that's a liner to left field for a base hit. Wagner, as that ball is unable to be gloved cleanly by the left fielder Rossi, won't matter, as it's a single and an RBI by Marte, his second hit of the year. And every time he's able to connect, the Gothic Knights seem to score. Pinch runner is number 31, Ryan Winters. So Ryan Winters, who will likely come in and catch, is the pinch runner for Marte, who isn't truly very fast, but he's got a lot of pop, and we saw he can hit a ball nice and hard, and Wagner able to capitalize scoring on that single to left field. Third baseman, number 19, Brian Bastillo. One strike count to Bastillo. Figured this might be the last inning for Pagano. That's hitting down the left field line and out of play. That is carrying very foul into the bay. And it's 0-2. Got the Knights in the second inning for softball, now leading 2-0. Trying to force a split against Baruch. Winters is at first base. Nobody out. That's low, and it's 1-2. This might be the last batter that Pagano faces, as I'm hearing to my right head coach Scott Loesch asking his bullpen if their reliever is ready. Throw back to first, and Winters gets in standing. That was a little closer than NJCU intended it to be. 98 pitches, 68 strikes for Pagano. He has given up 15 hits, including 3 here in the 7th inning, as NJCU has added 3 runs. And it's 2-2, as that was high. Next pitch will be his 100th of the day. 10 runs, 15 hits, 1 error for NJCU, 4-6-2 for the Bears. NJCU 3-0 all-time against St. Joe's, one of the newer members of Division III. Ground ball towards short. McKenna flips to 1. The throw is in time. Wow. That's unbelievable. That was the 100th pitch of the game, and that's going to be the second out here. That is unbelievable because Bastillo had his foot in the bag. That was a lot closer of a play than the one in the last inning when the next double play was not called. And that's going to be it for Pagano on his 100th pitch of the day. So Bastillo hits into a 6-4-3 double play. Winters retired. That's the third double play turned by St. Joe's. And we are going to have a new pitcher before Michael Patterson comes to the plate. Final count for Pagano, 6 2/3 innings. He allowed 10 runs, 5 were earned, 15 hits, struck out 2, walked 1, threw 100 pitches, 8 fly ball outs, 7 ground ball outs, so a pretty even distribution there. And the new pitcher will be number 45, Matt Brigando. Now pitching, freshman right-hander number 45, Matt Brigando. Brigando will make his 4th appearance of the season. He's made 1 start. He is 1-0, got a 7.35 ERA in 6.2 innings of work, which is the same distance Pagano went today. He's walked 9, struck out 3, allowed 10 hits and 7 earned runs. We have a bulb out on the scoreboard here. It shows that it's 4-0 when it should be 10-4. Now batting, center fielder number 28, Michael Patterson. Patterson with nobody on after that double play. And he takes a ball pitched by Bergano. Interesting. Just checked my Twitter, and they have the official death for Houston. It's 2-1. Cause of death is accidental drowning caused by cocaine use and heart disease. 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is a full-service broadcast today. We bring you Gotham Night Baseball and occasional celebrity news. 2-2 pitch. It's called strike 3. Patterson called out looking, and the 7th inning comes to an end. But the Gotham Knights scored 3 runs on 3 hits. There was 1 error. Nobody left on base, and we head to the 8th inning. It's 10-4 NJCU. Leading off for the Bears in the top of the 8th inning, the center fielder, number 25, Kevin Diaz. Ryan Winters will remain in the game for the Gothic Knights and catch. New center fielder is often used reliever Kevin DeMoro, who's also played second base and right field this year. It's his first time in center. And the first pitch by Markle is a called strike. And that's going to be a base hit to the left side. Bastillo gave it a look, but it was hit too well. So single to the left side for Diaz. 7th hit of the game for the Bears. That's the first for Diaz, who had been 0 for 3. And head coach Jerry Smith. I'll take the baseball from Zach Markle. Markle did a good job in relief. And NJCU will bring in Orlando Bolano. Likely get through the final 2 innings. Now pitching for the Knights, junior right-hander number 7, Orlando Bolano. Bolano, the winning pitcher for NJCU in the Mount St. Mary game. 3rd pitcher to the game. Alvin Carrasco started, and Zach Markle just went 2 1/3 of an inning. Officially 2 innings because he did not retire and out here. Second appearance of the year for Bolano, who's thrown 2 1/3 innings, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, allowed just 1 hit. He has an ERA that doesn't exist. Throws hard. His most active duty has been in right field, where he started 5 times, and he's made 9 total appearances for NJCU this year. Struggling at the plate, just 3 of 18, but not be called on to hit here. Markle, 2 innings, allowed 4 hits, including the runner at first base, who he is responsible for, but as of right now, 1 strikeout, no walks, and no earned runs. And do a little rough math here. His ERA should go down to about 2. It was at 2.45 coming in, so he should be at about 2 if this runner does not come in. Right fielder number 33, Joe Mendez. So Mendez, the cleanup hitter, is 1 for 3 with a double and 2 groundouts. Curveball by Bolano. It's called strike. Outside corner. Nice location. NJCU leading by a 10-4 count. We'll have tomorrow off, and if Mother Nature wants to cooperate, NJCU will have a 3-game weekend series. It will be the 4th year in a row that St. Joseph's College of Maine comes down for a 3-game weekend series. That pitch was not a strike. Behind the back of Mendez. And it's 1-1. And the scoreboard finally decided to work now, so it does show it's 10-4. Now it's not. That's fouled off. Bastillo is going to watch it sail into the bay. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The old trick scoreboard here at NJCU. Sometimes it shows it's 10-4, sometimes it's 0-4. 10's column has got a mind of its own. That's fouled off in front of us, and it remains 1-2. Diaz, standing at first base, got the Knights lead by 6. It's 10-4. Low, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes. Bolano First batter he has faced today in the dirt, 3-2. Throw to first is not going to be in time as Diaz, who was caught in no man's land for a second, able to retreat. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mendez swings and misses, and Bolano strikes out the cleanup hitter for the Bears, 1 away. First baseman, number 16, Stephen Ellis. Ellis hitting .262, singled in his last plate appearance. He is 1 for 3 today. Bolano, who can bring the heat, now 4 strikeouts in 2.2 innings of work this year. That's off the plate for ball 1. Transfer out of Wilmington College, a Division II school. He's from Hoboken, New Jersey, Hoboken High School. Bolano, utility player for the Knights. That's popped foul off to our right. Two and one. Swing and a miss. Bolano with the changeup. Ellis was totally fooled on that one, and it's 2-2. That was a great pitch by Bolano. One away, top of the 8th. 2-2 pitch by Bolano. Strike 3, looking, and Ellis walks off gently to the dugout. Back-to-back strikeouts. Bolano, that one was a curveball right over the heart of the plate. 2-away, left fielder, number 8, Vinny Rossi. Rossi hitting .347 now, but he's 0 for 3 today, and he grounded into a 6-4-3 double play in the 6th inning. That's fouled off. No balls and 2 strikes. Can Bolano strike out the side after allowing, or actually didn't allow it, that leadoff single belonged to Markle. That is a ball. Just a little high there. And so for Bolano, this is actually the 3rd batter he's faced. And he wouldn't strike out the side if he can get a 3rd call here. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he does indeed fan 3. So Bolano comes in and strikes out Mendez, Ellis, and Rossi, swinging, looking, and swinging. And Bolano, who had struck out 3 in 2 1/3, now has 6 strikeouts in a little over 3 innings this year, and he really looked impressive there in his 2nd outing of the season. 1 runner left on after a leadoff single. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning here in Jersey City, where the Gothic Knights have a 10-4 margin. Bottom of the 8th inning, likely the last time the Knights will bat today. And Andrew Rivera will lead off. There's a new catcher for the Bears. It's number 7, Danny Zaretsky out of Brooklyn, New York. He's a junior. And first pitch to Rivera is outside. Rivera hitting .341. 2 for 4 today. 2 runs scored. Swing and a miss. Down in the dirt by Bergando. Bergando went 1/3 of an inning, struck out the only batter he faced. March 22nd, 2012. Beautiful day here in Jersey City and across the region. That's inside 1 and 2. Be very interesting to see what the official high was for today. And to be able to wear shorts this early in the spring, second, third day of spring, doesn't happen very often. That's in the dirt. 3 and 1. And myself and the NJCU baseball team will take full credit for bringing the nice weather back with us from Florida. I have a little extra room in my carry-on because Nick Cesar, who drove from Jersey to Florida and back with all the equipment, brought back most of our camera equipment, so we had extra room. Ball 4, Rivera. He walks, and now bring up the shortstop, number 10, Michael Martucci. Martucci hitting .383, but 1 for 4 today, 2 RBIs. NJCU has the leadoff runner on, and Martucci drills a pitch up the middle, and that's going to be a single for Martucci. Rivera doesn't stop, goes all the way to third, first to third. And Martucci, who was the 6th leadoff batter to reach today for the Knights, picks up his second hit. And with nobody out, pinch hitting for Alex Weinstein is number 12, Stefan Segan. So Segan, the pinch hitter for NJCU, as everybody gets a turn at bat today. Segan hitting just .118. True freshman for the Knights, who they're hoping to get a lot from this year and over the next 4 years. Segan just 2 hits and 17 trips to the plate. First pitch was a strike. Martucci at first as Bergando steps off. And you bet that if St. Joe's coaching staff has done its homework, that they're going to have their eyes on Martucci there with 7 steals and 8 tries. That's inside. Gothic Knights leading 10-4. Trying for their 6th win of the year. That is fouled off. Behind head coach Jerry Smith in the third base coach's box. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Rob Roman due up next for NJCU. He'll be followed by Juan Cruz, who I see with the bat warming up in the dugout. There goes Martucci. That's popped straight up. Coming in and calling for it is Monjori, and he makes the catch, and Martucci has to retreat to first base. And we're going to have a pinch hitter here for Roman. Pinch hitting for Rob Roman is number 22, Travis Haber. Travis Haber, pinch hitting for the Knights. His first career at bat. A freshman out of Hoboken, New Jersey. And his first at bat will be against a new pitcher. It will not be Bergondo, as St. Joe's brings in number 18, Jimmy Brando, a 6'1" freshman out of Brooklyn, New York. Now pitching for the Bears, number 18, freshman right-hander, Jimmy Brando. Brando has made one appearance. He has a 14 ERA. In one inning, he's allowed 2 earned runs on 3 hits with 1 strikeout. He didn't walk a batter. Haber, who's come in for defensive purposes this year and has played in 2 games so far. He does have 1 plate appearance. He did walk on 4 pitches. So Haber's still looking for his first at-bat. Second career plate appearance here. The third of 3 catchers on the roster, behind Winters and Mike Cassiano. He was expecting to be the number 4 catcher this year, but Francisco Rivera, the all-conference catcher for the Knights, did his military service in the Army Reserve and did not return to school for the spring semester. Rivera does have 1 more semester of eligibility if he does choose to come back. So it'll be Haber against Brandau with Martucci and Rivera at first and third respectively. 1 out. There goes Martucci. Pitches high. Martucci will steal standing, as the throw was cut off by the second baseman, Catrone. Ball 1 to Haber. 8th stolen base of the year for Martucci in 9 attempts. And as a team, NJCU's been very effective. Now 20 steals on the season. Ball 2. That's ball 3, and Haber perhaps going to walk again on 4 pitches, as he did in his first plate appearance down in Florida. 3 balls and no strikes. That's a called strike with a fastball. 3 balls and 1 strike. That's ball. Oh, they're saying it's a strike. It looks like it was inside. And John Riley calls the 5th pitch a strike, and it's 3-2 with runners at second and third. Pitch to Haber. That is way outside. Clear cut. Ball 4. So Haber walks for the second time in 2 career plate appearances. And that will bring up the second baseman, Juan Cruz. Now batting, the second baseman, number 21, Juan Cruz. No intro music for Juan Cruz. As a called strike to Cruz. Rebecca Satz of the softball team, which is leading 3-0, does not have a hit, so her 11-game hitting streak is still on the line. That is off the end of the bat, down the right field line. Ellis giving chase, and it's going to fall foul. Ellis, the only one who had a glimmer of hope to catch that one. But it's 0-2 with one away, and the bases full of Gothic Knights. Bottom of the 8th inning, it's 10-4. NJCU has 16 hits. They've committed one error. St. Joe's 7 hits and 2 miscues. Oh, 2 pitch to Cruz. That's popped straight up. Calling for it. And it falls for an error off the glove of the catcher. And scoring is Andrew Rivera. I think they're saying Cruz is out on an infield fly. Infield fly? Does the runner count? Does the runner count? Okay. The right fielder, number 32, Matt Wagner. So we're having a little conversation there, and Cruz is out. And we're going to have to figure out how we're going to score that there, because a run did score. And it's in the dirt. So we're going to say it's an E2 drop fly, but it's an infield fly to retire Cruz. Hopefully this works here on the live stats. Haber advances. The 2-0 pitch. That's chopped foul. That's a called strike. And it's 2-2. This is a very tricky play to call. I think we're going to infield fly. I think it has to be a sac fly. I'm going to have to go back and review this. Hit right back to the mound. Underhanded throw is in time to retire Wagner. And the inning comes to a close. But a very peculiar play as a sacrifice infield fly error, I believe, is the official rule there. That's something I don't think I've ever seen before. And the Gothic Knights add one more. So the 1-3 ground out, and NJC leaves 2 runners on, 1 run on 1 hit. There's an error, and we head to the bottom of the 9th inning, top of the 9th inning, and it's 11-4 NJCU. Now pitching for the Knights, number 54, Ryan Mitchell. So new first baseman for the Knights is Stefan Segan. New pitcher is Ryan Mitchell. And he's quickly ahead of the catcher. Batting is number 7, Danny Zaretsky. 1-1 to Zaretsky. That's in the air to left field. That's going to fall for a base hit in front of Rivera, and it bounces past him and rolls all the way to the wall. Zaretsky rounds first. He goes to second. On his way to throw to third. The throw is in time. A 7-4-5. So Zaretsky, as we look at this officially here, it's going to be a single to left field. Advances on an E. We're going to, you know, we'll give him a double because that did carry him on a rough bounce past Rivera. So we're going to do the right thing here. We're going to give Zaretsky the double officially, and then he's out 7-4-5. Third baseman number 41, Rob Monjori. So with one away here, it's 2-1 to Monjori as we've had some mind-bending scoring plays here. As called strike, it's 2-2. So 9th inning of the game, and I finally have to think. As ball 3. That's popped foul. It'll remain 3-2. And we're going to go back and change the last inning. It's not a sac fly, as had the ball not been dropped, he would have had to stay. And that's ball 4 to Monjori. So with one out, Ryan Mitchell walks just his third batter of the year. This is his third appearance. The designated hitter, number 3, Joseph Baccia. So we'll go back and make an edit for those scoring at home. Be an infield 2. And he's out, and then Rivera scores on an E2 drop fly. Ball 1 to Baccia. Thank you for watching us today here on the Green and Gold Network. Gothic Night Baseball, Game 11 of the season. That's called strike, and we'll be back here on Saturday, weather permitting, as NJCU takes on St. Joe's of Maine in 2 9-inning games. The Monks, the defending champions of the GNAC. Ground ball foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Popped, foul, Segan giving chase, and it is out of play into the bullpen. So remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mitchell called upon to try to finish this one up. He's the 4th pitcher used by NJCU. Carrasco started. Markle was followed by Bolano, and then Ryan Mitchell. Swing and a miss! And Baccia fooled on the curveball, then had a lot of movement there, and Ryan Mitchell, who still has a 0.00 ERA on the season, with his third strikeout of the year. 1 away, 2 away now. That'll bring up shortstop Thomas McKenna. McKenna 0 for 4 today. That's a called strike. So St. Joe's is down to its final out here with a runner at first. Monjori walked after Zareski doubled and was thrown out at third, trying to stretch into a triple. Ground ball, Martucci's there. Flip the Cruz a short distance and chalk up the W as the Gothic Knights have won today by a score of 11-4. NJCU 11 runs, 6 hits, and just 1 error. St. Joe's 4 runs, 8 hits, and 3 errors. And in the 9th inning, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. And the Gothic Knights are victorious 11-4 and improve to 6-5 in the year, as we announce our final line today to the crowd here at the Garrity Complex. In the 9th inning for the Bears, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Our final score in today's game, New Jersey City 11 runs, 16 hits, and 1 error. St. Joe's 4 runs, 8 hits, and 3 errors. With the win, NJCU improves to 6-5 in the year. St. Joe's falls to 7-11. NJCU will be back in action this weekend, a 3-game weekend series against St. Joseph's College of Maine, the defending GNAC Conference champions, currently ranked 27th in the country. There will be 2 9-inning games on Saturday, followed by 1 9-inning game on Sunday. And then NJCU will also be home on Tuesday against John Jay College. We thank you for your attendance at today's game. Softball is still playing on the other side of the Garrity Complex against Brew College, and we hope you can catch the end of that one. So that is it here in Jersey City, where the Gothic Knights improve to 6-5, and St. Joe's falls to 7-11. We take a look at the final stats here today for NJCU. Offensively, a 3-for-3 day, 2 runs and 1 RBI by Rob Roman. Matt Wagner was 3 for 5, 2 runs and 2 RBIs and a pair of doubles. Andrew Rivera was 2 for 4 with 3 runs, 1 RBI, and a double. He also walked once. And Mike Martucci, 2 for 5, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. Also 1 run and 1 hit for Mike Patterson, 2 RBIs for Alex Weinstein, RBIs for Mike Cassiano, Angel Marte, among the other, to produce runs today. NJCU stole 2 bases. They have now 21 on the season. Pitching-wise for NJCU, Alvin Carrasco wins. He's now 1-0, 5 innings. He allowed 3 earned runs, 3 hits, struck out 3, walked 2. Zach Markle, 2 innings, 4 hits, 1 strikeout, and no one scored. Orlando Bolano, 1 inning, struck out the side before Ryan Mitchell allowed just 1 hit, struck out 1, walked 1. Get the final 3 outs of the game. For the Bears, only players with multiple hits were Monjori, 2 for 2, 2 runs scored, and Bacci, who was 2 for 4. So the bottom portion of the lineup, the 8 and 9 hitters, accounted for 4 of their 8 hits. Pitching-wise, Pagano takes a loss. He allowed 5 earned runs, 10 overall, 15 hits in 6 2/3 of an inning, 2 strikeouts and 1 walk through exactly 100 pitches. Pagano went 2/3 of an inning, 1 unearned run, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk before Brando finished it off, allowed just 1 walk. So our final score once again today in Jersey City. New Jersey City University defeats St. Joe's of Brooklyn by a score of 11-4 and improves to 6-5 on the season. Knights will be home on Saturday against St. Joe's of Maine, and we'll bring you the first pitch right here, weather permitting, at 11:55 a.m. on the Green and Gold Network. Final score once again, NJCU 11 and St. Joe's of Brooklyn 4. Special thanks to Nelson Maldonado for helping us out on camera today as the Gothic Knights improved to 6-5 on the season. We thank you for watching NJCU Baseball here on the Green and Gold Network. For everyone in the NJCU Athletic Department, I'm Ira Thor saying thanks for watching. We'll see you again on Saturday morning. Until then, be well, everybody.